inspiration and be productive. Those two are probably the best two players I've ever come across. When you're talking about winning, having the ability to fundamentally excuse these sirens here.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's in trouble.
Hey, man, it's L.A., man. You know, there's always something going on. But in regard to those, Kobe, man, he's got to be top one or two. You know, I've been fortunate enough to play with some good players. Play with Jason Kidd. Got a chance to play with a young Dwayne Wade. You know, so when you compare Kobe Bryant and what he's been able to accomplish, his mind frame, his ability to endure physically, him and Tim Duncan sort of turned back the hands of time. So consider them 1 and 2 in my book. And I try not to go either one of those guys number one, because you got to give Tim Duncan, he doesn't have the highlights of a Kobe Bryant, but when you're talking about his ability to, as a franchise player, to win championships, which is what it's all about. You know, he's right there at the top of the list.
And now we're waiting with bated breath for your second. The second question was, what happened with you and Kobe Bryant in a fight some years ago?
Hey, man, we got into it. You know, I'm still figuring it out to this day, actually, bro.
Okay.
Now, real talk, you know, was a situation. It was probably one of the craziest, most immature situations, because the situation, from what I understand, was over $100, in which after practice we usually get together as a team and we play the half court shot game, and which is something that we did pretty often. And what everybody would do is put $100 in the pot, shoot a half court shot, and whoever makes it first, considering everybody else gets their turn, gets the pot. Particular time. And obviously, you understand Kobe was going through some things in his life at the time also, personally, which, from what I understand, me being a newcomer, was made aware to. So I'll make some excuses for the young man.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's a crazy story, man, because we actually got into it over $100, believe it or not. He won the half-court contest, and the rule is you get 48 hours to pay the $100. Well, it wasn't even 48 hours. Kobe comes to me on the bus and asks me where his $100 are, believe it or not. Out of all the people, he chose me, and which is still, to this day, puzzling. But at the same time, I told him, listen, we were going to shoot around at the time. Man, I don't have no $100 on me right now. Like, first of all, why is he coming at me about $100? And so, with that being said, I put my earphones back on. And once I put my earphones back on, the most amazing thing happened. Kobe, he sucker punched me. And with that being said, I don't want to, send you crazy words on your show, but this is all hell.
It's a podcast. You can cuss.
Let it out. Let it out. We want to hear the whole story. No one's heard it. We got to hear it.
Well, bro, this real talk, all hell broke loose. So I tell, first of all, I'm totally shocked that this man had chose me to put his hands on, and I'm still not understanding why. I mean, it's really over $100. It couldn't have been. So with that being said, the street came out at me, and so I told Phil, stop the bus. Phil stands up, looks crazy, like, what the hell is going on? And I told him, listen, this man just put his hands on me. You need to stop this bus. And this is right before we go down into the tunnel at playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, if I'm not mistaken. And so Phil stops the bus. So, okay. So, hey, man, step off the bus. Well, unfortunately, he didn't want to step off the bus because we knew what was going to happen next. And with that being said, I never made it to practice. They pretty much locked me up in a little room because I was ready to go crazy, about the situation. This can happen. It just happened. And still trying to figure out why the hell this man just hit me. But somebody, his room is right next to mine, so I'm waiting for the brothers. I got to get my hit in. Something's got to happen. And so he never shows up. He doesn't take the bus back. I think he takes a taxi back, to the hotel, and I don't get a chance to see him. So I get over to the game early because I know Kobe goes into the game early, and I'm still pissed off at the time now, so I made up my mind what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put hands on him is what I decided. And so with that being said, right before game time, in comes Jerome. Jerome is Shaq's bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen Jerome.
Uncle Jerome? Oh, yes.
You already know.
Yep.
Jerome. That's my guy. That's my dog.
Mm-hmm.
So Jerome comes in, and he said, listen, man, you're not going to believe this, but I got, Kobe outside the locker room waiting. He wants to talk to you.
Oh, boy.
So I get off the treadmill because I usually come over and do my little 20 minutes or so before the game and things of that nature. And he goes outside, and Jerome basically gives me a talk and said, well, it's not worth it. I know what you want to do, but listen, it's a win-win. It's not a win situation for you. And he put it pretty eloquently that made me understand that I could go ahead and sort of make this a bigger situation by, fighting this man, but I had to choose the professional route, which was very hard to do, considering how things went down. And but if it wasn't for Jerome, Shaq's bodyguard coming in talking to me, who I highly respected, at the time, who gave me nothing but the best advice. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have been going from the Lakers a lot quicker.
Okay, so he originally laid a punch on you, or did he hit you? What was it in the bus?
Yeah, it was a sucker punch.
Like right to the face?
Right out of nowhere. I'm sitting down on the bus.
Yeah.
Literally sitting down on the bus. This is what I saw. This man is crazy. Like,
yeah.
First of all, he don't know who he fucking with. Second of all, what in the hell could this possibly be about?
Right.
And, there were some situations, people who know, with Kobe and what was going on with this, with the wife and the parents publicly and things being said that, that was all his business, but was making it out publicly. And I just happened to come to the team at a unique time in which all this stuff was manifesting, and I guess got caught up in. And so with that, I told him, I said, listen, obviously you got some problems, and I had been made abreast by some teammates who knew everything that was going on here and the stuff that he was dealing with. And so with that, I chopped it up as, look, I have to bite it, before this thing gets out of hand. It's not going to do me any good, considering the fact that I came here to try to win a championship with the team, and that would go against everything that I came to Los Angeles for. So, I had to bite the bullet. Ultimately, that was the end of it. I spoke to him, man to man, and said, listen, I don't know what's going on in your personal life, but, something's got to give. As a man, he had to mature from that. So hopefully it was a learning experience for him, but it was definitely a learning experience for me, and one that, as a man, was very hard to swallow.
So you still owe Kobe a punch in the face,
Stop
basically.
instigating, Jake. Stop instigating.
You know what?